Hi, and welcome back to Days Well Spent. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to divide and repot some aloe vera. So what you're going to need is the plant that needs to be divided, a pot to put it in, and then I'm going to be using this Miracle Grow that is made for succulents. The big thing you want to look for is if you can't find something that's made for succulents, look for something that drains well. So the last time I was at our local nursery, I saw a lot of cute little succulents, and they were in these little pots like this, and they were selling for right at $6. And while they were cute, I wanted several of them, and I wasn't really keen on, paying $6 each. Then I saw this sitting over to the side, and it was $8.99. As you can see, it's got a lot of little plants in it. So if you're comfortable dividing a plant, you really can get a lot more plants for your money by purchasing one that needs to be divided. Let's take a look at this. You can see this is very, very root bound, but succulents do okay being root bound. As you can see, this is growing, and when I purchased it, it actually had several, well, these were alive at the time, of these stalks coming off of it, and it was blooming. So we're just going to start by breaking it up. I like to be careful when it comes to the succulents for breaking them up. And you can see this is a really sandy, well-draining soil that is breaking away from here, but there's not a lot of soil left. Okay. I'm just going to keep working my way around, loosening it up. And you can see I've got some paper down. This is messy, so you want to protect your work area. You could go in there and break these apart, but with a little bit of patience, you are going to have better success at getting them to root. So I'm just going to keep untangling. And remember, I know this looks very dry. This is a succulent. They prefer to be dry. Okay. So let's look right here. You can see this one. You can see its roots go down. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently start taking it out. And there we go. So it broke apart from the main stem right here, but we've got a nice root system on this. So this can go in a pot by itself. Okay, so okay, there's another one. You don't have to divide these totally out into single ones. You could leave a couple of them together if you wanted to. You can see what I mean about being gentle and being able to preserve more of that root integrity. You can see with this one, got a nice long root. And I think I'm going to leave these two. You can see they're joined right here. I'm going to go ahead and leave these together. Got a nice big root system. Let's see. Oh, well, this one is broke off, but you can see that it's dried up. still living, so that probably broke off previously. So I'm going to place that down in some damp soil, see if we can get it to root. So you can see that had died a while back, so with this, there's nothing there, so those can go in the compost. Got another one here, little tiny baby one here, which I think will be perfect in this smaller pot. What I'm going to do is leave these four are still attached together, so I think what I'm going to do is leave them together and repot them. So I've got a small amount of soil down here in the bottom. I'm going to place the plant down in there. I'm going to kind of center it. I like to center mine. And then we're going to place some of the soil back around. And then once I get all of them repotted, I'm just going to put some small pebbles on top. And with succulents, because they're dry, if you've not grown them before, they tend to go side to side if you don't have them, the top of the soil anchored a little bit with some rocks or something. Okay, so the soil that I took out of that pot, it was older soil. It had a lot of mulch, broken up mulch in it, which is fine. That helps with drainage, a lot of sand, but it was old, so it probably doesn't have a lot of nutrients left in it. So I'm just using it at the very bottom. I'm placing my plant there in the center. And then we're going to put fresh soil all the way around it. Make sure to cover up the roots. There we go. And then these dried tips, you can snip those off. Since I just separated this plant, it's already been through a little bit of a shock. I'm going to leave it alone for now. I'll place some pebbles or some decorative stones here on the top to kind of anchor that soil down. I'm going to keep doing the same thing until I have all of these are called pups, all of these little pups repotted. If you get soil on your leaves, you do want to make sure you get rid of it. The easiest way is just a craft brush that I have found. Just brush it off. You don't want to leave it because the soil does have moisture in it, and these don't like to be moist. It will actually rot. As you can see, I've got a little bit of it on this one too. Okay, so I have everything repotted up, and I ended up with, I've got the one that I kept together, the 4 large ones. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ended up with 13, and then if this one roots, 14 plants. I still got to get these potted up. And all together, between the six pack of pots that I bought, these were $15.99, and they included the little bamboo saucer underneath. The cactus soil was $4.99, and then the original plant I bought was $8.99. So I spent right at $30 to get all of these. I have some small pots that I already had that these are going to go in. And like I said, I spent right at $30, where if I had bought the same number in these cute little $5.99 pots that they sell, I would have spent over $70. All you want is one cute little pot or a couple cute little pots. I think they're cute, and I totally get why somebody would spend, you know, the $5, $6 on something like this. When you're looking to fill a large space, or you have several places that you want to put something like a succulent that can be divided out, you really can get a lot more for your money by purchasing the larger plant that's ready to be divided and then doing the work yourself and dividing it out. Nobody thinks I'm judging anybody that wants to purchase, you know, several of these. Do what works best for you. For me, I enjoy getting my hands dirty and working with plants, and I wanted to save some money, so this was the way to go for me. If you have any questions about dividing out succulents or the steps that I showed, let me know down in the comments section and I'll be happy to answer them. And as always, if you're looking for more urban homesteading ideas, visit dayswellspent.com.